Somalia boasts the longest coastline in mainland Africa, stretching over 3,300 kilometers. This geographic advantage positions it as a natural hub for maritime trade and economic activity, offering immense potential for economic growth and development. The Somali people have a long and rich history connected to the sea, with generations of fishermen and sailors who have mastered the art of navigation. For centuries they have navigated its waters, fished its depths, and traded with nations far and wide, establishing a legacy of maritime expertise. This deep connection to the ocean is not just historical, it is a vital part of Somalia's present and future, influencing its culture, economy, and way of life. This coastal inheritance gives Somalia a unique position in the region, making it a strategic gateway for international trade. It controls access to vital shipping lanes that connect Asia, Europe, and the Middle East, serving as a crucial link in global supply chains. This strategic location has the potential to make Somalia a key player in global trade, attracting investments and fostering economic partnerships. Recognizing this potential, the Somali government has been working to revitalize its ports and maritime infrastructure, aiming to transform the nation into a thriving maritime hub. The blue economy represents a vast reservoir of untapped potential for Somalia. This concept encompasses a range of sustainable economic activities related to the ocean. Fisheries, aquaculture, marine tourism, and renewable energy are just a few examples. Somalia's territorial waters are teeming with fish, offering a valuable source of food security and economic opportunity. Beyond fishing, the potential for tourism is immense. Somalia's coastline boasts pristine beaches, coral reefs, and unique marine life. Developing sustainable tourism initiatives could bring much-needed revenue and create jobs. Furthermore, harnessing wind and wave energy holds promise for generating clean power. Somalia's aspirations for peace and prosperity have been consistently undermined by its neighbour Ethiopia. Under the leadership of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, Ethiopia has engaged in a series of actions that have destabilized Somalia. These actions include military incursions, political interference, and support for armed groups within Somalia. Ethiopia's involvement in Somalia dates back decades. However, under Abiy Ahmed, these interventions have become more frequent and more brazen. Many Somalis view Ethiopia's actions as a violation of its sovereignty and a deliberate attempt to keep their nation weak and divided. This interference has fueled resentment and mistrust between the two countries. Abiy Ahmed's rise to power in Ethiopia was initially met with hope and optimism. Many believed he would bring about a new era of peace and prosperity for the nation. In recognition of his efforts, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2019 for his pivotal role in ending the long-standing conflict with Eritrea, a move that was celebrated globally. However, his tenure has been marred by numerous accusations of authoritarianism and severe human rights abuses within Ethiopia. Critics argue that his government has suppressed dissent and targeted political opponents. Moreover, his policies have had a destabilizing effect on the entire Horn of Africa region, contributing to widespread instability and conflict. Ethiopia's military interventions in Somalia, often conducted under the guise of fighting terrorism, have resulted in significant civilian casualties and widespread displacement, further complicating the humanitarian situation. Furthermore, Ethiopia has been accused of backing Somali politicians and armed factions that serve its interests, thereby undermining Somalia's already fragile government and political stability. These actions have exacerbated existing tensions and hindered Somalia's path to recovery, creating a complex web of challenges for the region. The humanitarian crisis continues to deepen, with countless lives affected by the ongoing instability. Ethiopia has long enjoyed a position of influence within the African Union. It hosts the AU headquarters in Addis Ababa and has often been seen as a leading voice on continental affairs. However, Ethiopia's recent actions in Somalia, coupled with its internal turmoil, have led to a shift in how the country is perceived by many African nations. There is a growing chorus of African leaders and intellectuals expressing concern over Ethiopia's conduct. They argue that Ethiopia's actions run counter to the principles of the AU, which emphasize respect for sovereignty, territorial integrity, and peaceful resolution of disputes. This shift in perspective has significant implications for Ethiopia's standing on the continent. The growing unease with Ethiopia's behavior has manifested in calls to relocate the African Union headquarters from Addis Ababa. This sentiment has been echoed by various member states who feel that the current location no longer represents the unity and shared values of the African Union. While this move is largely symbolic, it reflects a deeper dissatisfaction with Ethiopia's perceived disregard for the AU's core values. The headquarters, a beacon of African unity, now stands as a reminder of the growing rift within the continent. The proposal to relocate the AU headquarters is a clear sign that Ethiopia's actions have consequences. It underscores the importance of adhering to the principles that the AU was founded upon and the willingness of member states to take drastic measures to uphold these values. Moving the AU headquarters would be a significant diplomatic blow to Ethiopia. It would not only affect Ethiopia's standing within the African community, but also its international reputation. It would signal a loss of trust and confidence from the African community. Such a move would be unprecedented and would mark a turning point in the history of the African Union. While such a decision is unlikely to be made lightly or without extensive consultation, the fact that it is being seriously considered highlights the extent to which Ethiopia's standing has been damaged. The discussions and debates surrounding this issue are a testament to the gravity of the situation and the desire for a resolution that aligns with the AU's mission of unity and cooperation. In the face of Ethiopia's destabilizing actions, Somalia has taken a firm stance. The Somali government has made it clear that it will no longer tolerate violations of its sovereignty. This message has been communicated through diplomatic channels and through concrete actions. Somalia is determined to chart its own course. Somalia's decision to suspend business relations with Ethiopia is a powerful signal of its resolve. This move demonstrates that Somalia is willing to take economic hits to protect its national interests. It also highlights Somalia's growing confidence in its ability to engage with the international community on its own terms.